You're listening to the Claret and Big Blue podcast on the Pass the Gravy podcast network.
Damn, Daniel.
And here we go.
And we are live.
We'll do it live!
Welcome everyone to Claret and Big Blue, probably the only podcast on the internet dedicated to West Ham United and the New York Giants. That's right, football and football balls for all occasions. I am Mike Fish. And I am joined as always by Mr. Alex Middleton. Alex, how are you?
I've been better. Better for sure.
Yeah. It's what did you get up to last night?
Just like reading "Don't Kill Yourself" books for the entirety of that Monday night game.
Yeah, I was recording an episode of Waffle Box, and
saw your reaction.
It was like it could not have been more perfect. Like if you don't know, like I do another podcast called Waffle Box. At the end of the podcast, I like to end on a high note, and just read out a feel-good story. Oh, this puppy cured cancer or something. That's something nice like that. And it's like while I was doing that, Daniel Jones threw a pick six. It was like, fuck.
Oh no! We suck again!
Yeah, no, it was a lot like that, I bet.
But no, yeah, Bobby McPanda Waffles, join us live on YouTube. And your tweet didn't age well, but I've normally whenever they have the panel and they're all like, Giants gonna lose, Giants gonna lose, Giants gonna lose. Yeah, I think Giants gonna lose. I'm normally like, yeah, make us the underdogs. I don't care.
Well, we had one. There was the one guy said that we were not gonna lose.
But his reason though was just like, because they're at home, I guess. Like he didn't care. He didn't care about the Giants or the Seahawks. But before we get into that, because there's a lot to be said. There's lots to be said. Other than that, in the last 7 days, have you got, let's try to start on a high. Did you have any fun this week? Did you do anything interesting?
Not really.
Oh, brilliant. Well,
No.
that goes that idea.
Yeah.
It's worth a try. Right. Before we get into it, though, there is something I do want to say. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, Alex, but I believe you are going to agree with me and, stand by my side. Because, we are proud Dan Stans. We are card-carrying members of Dan Tifa. Now,
Absolutely.
Again, we're going to get into it in a minute. But by no means am I even suggesting that Daniel Jones gets off scot-free for last night's performance. However, you knew it as soon as that game, well, it was as it was happening, really. But as soon as it was over, the trolls start coming out of their caves and just try to pin this all on Daniel Jones because for whatever reason, after 5 years now, they're still hung up on the fact that we drafted him rather than someone else. Yeah. But I have only been really watching, and I mean watching. I've been watching football for a long time, but only watching for about 4 or 5 years now. But even I know, like, if you with a straight face say that Daniel Jones is why we lost that game last night, you're an idiot and you don't know football. Like, can I just say, is that a fair statement to say?
I mean, he was definitely a reason we lost. He was not.
He was a reason,
but it was the worst game he's played probably ever. He made some bad decisions. He took some sacks he didn't have to take, and it was. That was. I don't know. I feel like the Cowboys game. I was like, that was the worst game I've ever seen the Giants play, and now I feel like this is almost worse than the Cowboys game, just because like there were opportunities there that I felt like we had that we weren't able to get back. I mean, I think Kayvon, if he has that pick six, where he had the tipped ball that ended up forcing a punt. I think if he takes that back, then we gave up 2 touchdowns of the 3 touchdowns we gave up because of a strip sack fumble that got them inside our 10, and then the Noah Fant play at the end of the half that we just decided we didn't want to tackle anybody on. So those are like 2 plays that pretty much caused 14 of the points. Daniel could have put us within 1 score with that shit pick 6, and yeah, it really fucked us over in that situation. So I don't know, man. I really am, for the very first time in a long time, like lost for words over like this team. I don't know what to do. Because I don't know what, like, I don't feel pain right now. I just feel like feel
numb.
I feel numb, absolutely.
But it's by no means were we like in the game. Like we were pretty much playing.
We could have been. We could have been. Like,
from when we tried that tush push, I knew it was down here. I knew this is gonna be one of those nights. I knew that was gonna happen. But yeah, we weren't playing well enough to be in the game. But right, was it early on in the third when the pick 6 happened? It was like early on in the third, right?
We get that. We could have it could have been a.
It was 14-10. 14-10,
yeah.
And then suddenly it was 21-3. Definitely a huge moment. And yes, that was Daniel Jones's fault. That was a terrible decision. I don't know what he was thinking, but yeah. But as I was looking at the stats, right, this is what's crazy about this fucking game. So we had more first downs. We was more efficient on third downs. We was more efficient on fourth downs because they attempted 2, didn't get any. We attempted 4, got 2. We had less penalties, less penalty yardage, more possession. Like it was, if you just look at the numbers, like how the fuck did we lose that bad? I mean, the 11 sacks doesn't help.
11 sacks.
That's a big
you're
stat.
You're going to lose most of those games when you give up 11 sacks, I would say. It was like, I don't know. And like our defense made some stops. Like they had a missed field goal. Eli and Peyton, I had to watch the Manning cast. Thank God for that. Because like I wanted to kill Troy Aikman. Troy Aikman, I fucking hate that guy. Especially when your team's losing and, you know, he's a Cowboy. You're just like, God fucking damn you, Troy. So I was watching the Manning cast.
Why did you have to?
Well, I had it on at first. And then I just swapped over. But
so you mean when you say you had to, you mean you just couldn't stand what?
Yeah,
I
couldn't stand Troy.
Gotcha.
I feel like Joe Buck gets a lot of hate, but Troy Aikman's the worst of those two. But Eli and Peyton kept being like, well, maybe there's the spark right there. They had the missed field goal. We stopped them on a 4th down. And it was like, all right, like let's just fucking do something. Where the defense was doing everything they had to do at a certain point. We had opportunities to make plays, and it was just like. Any negative play that the Giants have on any drive absolutely kills the drive. Like if you don't get a positive yardage on a play, like if you lose 4 yards, that's the end of the drive. If it's on 2nd down and you lose 4 yards, drive's over. Like you're not going to do anything. And I don't fucking know like what the play calling was. I don't know what the decisions Daniel was making were. Like that pick 6, he just watched Paris Campbell the whole time. Paris Campbell was double covered right there. It was going to go that way anyways, but it's like Daniel had already made his mind that he wanted to throw the ball there and did, and we saw what happened. And I don't know. I mean, he had no time to throw it. I think after you don't have any time to throw for a certain period of time, like you just get gun shy or you just get like, you just hear footsteps. It's like PTSD almost. And like here in Houston, David Carr had that when he was on the Texans and just kept getting sacked. And like after a while, like you're not worried about like who's downfield. You're worried about where is the guy that's about to hit me. And right. I think Daniel was doing that for a little bit, but it was fucking awful, man. All of it, every part of the game was horrible. Besides the Kayvon Thibodeau
and Graham Gano, Mr. Consistent. He was
yeah.
At least he did his job, I guess. But even it was at some point you have to give credit where credit's due. The Seahawks defense were very, 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 very good. But you kind of can't help. Like even like there was no like even like that Darren Waller. He was even when he was like the few times he was open, he was maybe 5 yards past the line of scrimmage. He wasn't getting down. He wasn't giving Daniel Jones options really. It was just all very compact. And again, you have to give credit to the defense somewhat to that. But same thing, it just seemed like the team just didn't have any oomph, any vigor, any.
Yeah.
It was just pathetic, and it even got to the point where I was like, "Are we going to have like this Scooby-Doo moment where, like, at the end of the game, someone's going to sneak up behind Brian Daboll and rip off his mask, and it was Joe Judge. Ha ha! I'm still here." Because even that, like, after an amazing year last year, that game was so bad. I mean, I don't. Maybe it's been the whole season because I've only been, obviously I was in Greece for the first 3 games. I was planning on rewatching the games, but when you get shut out by the Cowboys 40-0, the motivation to sit back and watch the game knowing the result is not very there. So I've only been watching the highlights, and you can't get much from highlights. But that game just maybe even like question everything. Like, what is Daniel Jones regressing? Did Daboll get lucky? Is he a good coach? Like, I'm not kicking him out yet, but it was that bad. It was like, wow. There was nothing good about that game. Nothing.
Right. I don't know, man. I mean, you had the Daboll and him getting into the sideline, like kind of like getting into like a little like hissy fit. I don't know, man. I really have no answers, and this is like if I can't spin zone my way out of it, I can't figure out anything. It's just like this has been this is depressing. At this point, we had like I understand that maybe there's gonna be a little bit of a regression back to the mean a little bit this year, but the fact that it's just nothing has gone well from the get-go aside from one half in Arizona against a team that's now looking like they're maybe not a sneaky decent team like we thought. It's just I don't know, man. I hate everything right now.
But yeah, I mean, I was thinking about this earlier, like, because obviously you've had some power issues, so I was like, okay, I might have to do this show alone. So I was kind of trying to think of my opening monologue, and I was like comparing it to like even going into this season, I think most Giants fans had realistic expectations. Okay, like yes, we've added weapons for Daniel Jones. We've got more experienced players now. They've experienced the playoffs, even though it was only 1 win. Still, it's a playoff win. It's more experience. Okay, we could and we trust the process. We trust the projects that Coach Daboll was involved in, Joe Shane. So even if we just kind of make a little step forward, maybe because we have a harder schedule this year than we did last year. So hey, if we can get 9-10 wins and get into playoffs again, that's great because we're still moving forward. It gives me pride. It seems like we are now, I think, worse than we were 2 years ago. This is Joe Judge's level of bad. It's incredible how bad we've got again. And I just don't understand it. And I was listening to other people's podcasts and the radio and things like that, and obviously they know football better than me, and especially when the ex-players, yada yada yada. Just looking at the players, something's happened. Something's because it's almost like all of a sudden, for all the whole team just to be like, nah, something's going on.
No, that's something's going on.
It's
like, we had things going right.
Has he lost the locker room all of a sudden? Like, what's going on?
I don't know, dude. It's fucking stupid right now, is what it is. Like, I mean, I wish I had an answer for you, dude. Like, I've just been sitting here mad all day. Like, every single time I try and think about it, it's like what it could be. It's like, I don't know. Like, everything that was going right last year is fucking awful.
I mean, obviously, the fact that we were missing Andrew Thomas, the fact that we're missing Saquon Barkley is a huge hit. But again, that performance was so bad. That's not just 2 players slotting back in and suddenly everything's right again. Like, right. This was fun. Still, one thing while collecting our thoughts and could be worse because I put this up and Bobby made fun of waffles. Alex so reminded me at least the Giants are the best team in New York, which you could argue. But did you see Woody Johnson's tweet from earlier today?
No, what did he say?
So Woody Johnson, owner of the New York Jets, after a loss, I mean, they did better than most people expected against the Chiefs, but a loss is a loss. And so he tweeted this out. You guessed it. We're Swifties too. Could you imagine if you're a Jets fan and the whole world is crumbling down and then your owner's like, still got to meet Taylor Swift. That's pretty sweet, huh?
Right. Like, tell me your priorities aren't where they should be.
And yes, UK still undefeated. They're going for it. I told him. What did I predict? 10-0?
Up. Was it Tennessee they beat?
They're gonna win the College Bowl.
Yeah, that's the one.
What's the college?
The college football playoff.
Do they have a snazzy name like the Super Bowl?
The national championship.
I mean, it gets the job done, but it's not very catchy, I guess.
Yeah.
Florida. What?
They beat Florida. That's who.
Okay.
Tennessee.
Oh, Sam. I thought he was just randomly starting naming states. That's fun. SEC. So next up, I guess. I mean, is there much more we can say about last night's performance? Everyone sucked.
Yeah, everything sucked. Everything is awful. The Giants are currently we're in hell, and it might never end for the rest of our lives. Like, would you, Mike, if I told you that, like, if you killed a guy, you would have to serve. Like,
this is a hypothetical situation, by the way. It's a hypothetical question.
It's a hypothetical. Like, if you killed a man, you would have to serve the time. So maybe even life in prison. But you get Sunday ticket, and you're guaranteed that the Giants will be good always. I think I would do it. Like, I think I would do it. Like, I'm assuming
you get to choose who you kill, right?
Yes. I'd like to think that it was a criminal, but I don't know. I think I would suffer that. Like, it's like, if you could guarantee me that the Giants are going to be always good. Maybe not the Super Bowl every year, but like, give me a couple of them at least. Just so I wouldn't hate Sundays.
But
I'd seriously
Monday
consider it.
Through Saturday might be not fun.
Yeah, I hate Thursdays now too. I already hate Mondays after yesterday. I'd think about it.
Well, let us know in the comments or tweet us at CVPod. Would you kill a guy, go to prison for
your
life?
Team was always good.
If you knew the Giants would be good always. It's a hell of a question.
I think.
I mean, life now. What's that, like 20, 25 years, technically? Or are you saying, like, you will die in prison?
Both, either or.
You can't have both.
You just gotta throw it to the courts.
And then good behavior. You might get out early.
Yeah.
And then if you get out, does the Giants suck again? Like, are the Giants only good while you're on the premises of the prison?
The murder means they're always good.
Okay. So yeah,
so
you get 25 years, and then suddenly you turn into an angel because you're happy because the Giants are winning.
Would
good behavior, you might get out.
Would you do 25 years in prison if you knew you could get out after 25 years? You got Sunday ticket to watch the Giants games, and you knew they would win 4 Super Bowls in that 25-year span.
I don't know, it's tough because
Yes, I would do it.
But I'm a tiny guy. I'd get eaten alive in there.
All you do is work out and watch football. Then we jacked. Nobody fuck with you.
No one's messing with these water pistols.
Not yet. Yeah, dude. Just start working out when you get in.
Can I sleep on it?
Yeah. I don't know. I've just been trying to think of crazy ideas of like what I could do maybe to make this team good. I worked out for a long time today, and I was like, maybe if I just sweat out all the L's we've had, that'll fix it. And I don't feel like it pertains to like really how the Giants are going to play, but it made me feel a little bit better for a second.
Maybe you need to start dishing out some more of your curses.
Who do I curse? Like every team on our
entire-
schedule? That's too many things.
Yeah, just every player in the Dolphins. That'd be a good start.
Could curse the Dolphins.
Although, you know what? As weird as it is, what Dolphins is going to turn up? Because they destroyed the Broncos.
Oh, I think.
And obviously, then they played the
100,000
Bills, and obviously the
points.
Bills aren't a bad team; they're a good team as well. But suddenly they just looked. But however, I mean, you know,
They're going to score a lot of
they
points.
they do score points, and we don't.
Right.
That's-
Right. We have
Although
rookie
it's
corners, they're going to burn our corners so many times. We're going to probably score maybe 10 points. Maybe.
although it's an away game,
Yeah,
so
doesn't matter to me. I feel like we're still going to be bad. Like, I mean, every part of our team is awful. Like, offensive line, awful. Defensive line, not getting enough done. There's always one guy that's just not showing up. Secondary, makes penalties, does stupid shit. Linebackers, Special teams, fumble every fucking time, dude. They can't fucking stop anybody. They don't fucking know how to make tackles. Then when they do get the ball, they just fumble it. They fumbled it twice last night. They fell on it one of the times. It's just like this. I don't know. It's like I'm in a nightmare I can't wake up from.
And even when things are going like this, you notice more dumb shit. Like there was one punt by our Scottish brute, and it was an amazing punt, and it bounced on maybe the 6-yard line, and then it was all of a sudden once it bounced and it went into the end zone, you could see our player was like, "Oh shit, I should have probably tried to stop that. Oh my bad." Like it was, what the fuck are you doing?
Right.
That could have been a great field placement, but now it's on the 20 because you were, I don't know, checking Tinder or some shit. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Arseholes. They're all assholes. All of them, except for Graham Gano. We still love you. But fun facts. On average, we score for 21 points per game when we're away, compared to on average we score 1 point at home. So, hey, Dolphins, you may be just one of the smartest things in the water, but football's not played in water.
Games
That's
played
polo.
on land.
That's water polo. This is football.
Not polo, water polo specific.
Water
Polo also not on water, but still, you know what we meant.
No. Yeah, that's on horseback. There's no horses in this.
There you go.
The stallions. I don't know. I'm not even going to big up any players that don't deserve it on this amazing platform that we offer. But what is it? What time is it? Oh, it's an early game at least. So
Yeah, thank God. But then we get to have Sunday Night Football again next fucking week after this. So you have one noon game. This will be our first noon game of the year. We've had a Sunday night game. We've had a 3:25 game. We've had a Monday night game, a Thursday night game, and then we'll have this noon one, and then another Sunday night game. Jesus Christ. And it's like, cool. Now all my friends will get to watch my team just get embarrassed, and then they can make fun of me all the next day and all day long.
When can games get flexed?
They didn't get flexed. They would have flexed it already. I think they would have flexed it yesterday.
Why wouldn't they have flexed it? No one wants to watch the Bills destroy the Giants. I guess Bills fans do. And Cowboys fans. And Eagles fans.
We just not watch the next couple games? Like, maybe not.
I mean, in theory that works, but you and I both know we're watching that game on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll just hate myself the whole time.
But it gives you a few more hours because you have to obviously after the game you have to tuck yourself in because you got work early in the morning. So at least now, if we lose against the Dolphins, you got good 6-7 hours of extra drinking you can do to try to forget
That's true. Well, I've been trying to not drink during Giants games this year to help me with, just my working on my anger issues while watching them, and that just has ended up making me just have to feel all of that stuff instead of just shouting at the TV. Now I just get to feel pain the whole time. So, who's the real winner in this situation?
I guess
I don't think anybody.
Emma, maybe.
Maybe Emma, my dog, probably. Yeah, they're probably the winners in that. I'm certainly not.
No.
We are screwed.
Thank you, Michael Scott.
Yeah.
So do you want to do a bold? Do you want to do a prediction?
We're gonna lose. We're gonna give us so many points. It's not gonna be fun. The nightmare.
Yeah. Do you reckon this will be the time where Miami think, fuck it, let's go for the record, and they put up like 74 points against us?
I don't think they'll put 74 up, but I honestly would not be surprised if like the score is something like that. I would be like, yeah, no, it checks out. This team.
I just want to see it.
Daniel Jones just can't look like shit.
Something.
Daniel Jones has to look better. Daniel Jones has to do something. We did sign Justin Pugh, an old Giant. We brought him back. We were like, you want to try it again? We could literally just have we could have tackling dummies be better than our offensive line. There was that. Did you see the one where Evan Neal is just like attacking Paris Campbell? It was like, you're blocking your own receiver, buddy. What you doing there? Like, he has no idea where he is on the field. And like, he's a professional football player. I get it. It's a lot harder on the field than it is when we're just talking about it. But like, you get paid lots of money to do that. Just do it. Like, you can't be blocking your own player.
It was just like even other decisions. Like, I mean, we eventually, if I'm correct, we eventually brought on Tyrod Taylor, right, to end the game. Am I wrong? Did that happen, or am I making it up?
I believe we did, like, at the last series.
Yeah, but I was like, why? Because whether you like him or not, Daniel Jones is our quarterback for at least the rest of this season. Maybe if he does really bad, they can work something out and take a hit and get rid of him. But at least this season, if not 2 more seasons, this season and next season. So he's literally a punching bag in this game. It's clear that we're not going to win this game. I just wondered why he didn't get set out for at least the last quarter. Fuck it. Like, this game's over. Let's just not have our quarterback take hit after hit after hit after hit. I would have taken him out earlier, but whatever.
I mean, I think part of it is like, you fucking are part of this. Like, you got to put your, I don't know. Like, it's like he's $160 million. That looks great now. But like, you don't want to hurt that investment, but it's also like, you got us into this, get us the fuck out or do something that shows us that you're our guy. And Daniel did not do that last night.
Also, was it on Saturday? Phil Simms did a Q&A at Dick's Sporting Goods. He looks all right. Why don't we get him back?
Yeah, we got Dick's Sporting Goods up here.
I'm just saying, why don't we just get Phil Simms to come and finish the season?
Why not?
Because I mean, our first choice would be Eli, but he's busy. He's got his contract with ESPN.
He's got his show.
Get out of that. So, Phil, let us know what you thought. If you want to come back. And then, like, LT, get him back in. He still looks like he could run some motherfuckers down.
Yeah.
Julian, who was it? Who else was at the game? Who's the guy ringing the bell at the beginning?
Victor Cruz was there.
Victor Cruz. Let's just roll it back. Let's just bring back the players that won the Super Bowl. Let's get it done.
Well,
Michael Strahan.
It can't be worse than where we are right now, honestly. So I would literally just take anyone at that point.
Shall we talk about West Ham, I guess?
Please, let's start with something positive at least.
Well, even that, I mean, compared to the Giants, at least they got the job done. But obviously last week we made some bold predictions. Maybe like a good 8-0 against Lincoln, 9-0 against Sheffield United. Didn't quite pan out that way. But 2 clean sheets, 2 wins, progression to the 4th round of the Carabao Cup, the poor man's Red Bull. And obviously we didn't get to watch that game because for whatever reason, there was no one in the whole world was showing that on TV. I don't understand the fuck how that happens, apparently. But so we won 1-0. I'm assuming it was a miserable watch because if we can only beat Lincoln City, no offense to Lincoln City, but they're not the best team in the world.
We were looking ahead.
But we got the job done. We did what we needed to do. That's all that's important. That's all that's important.
That's what
Sheffield United
do. Get the job done. That's all you gotta do.
That game was a bizarre game in that it was kind of frustrating that we went up 2-0 in the first half. We're looking good. Another fantastic goal, Jared Bowen. Boy's on fire, and he's caressing his loved one. Tommy Soucek out from the shadow of Declan Rice, finally being able to flex again. Another goal from Tommy Soucek. Fantastic stuff. I did wonder why we didn't push on a little bit more. Because, yes, the win's a win, but you never know. Goal difference might be a key thing. Right. I don't know why we didn't try to score 4, 5, or 6. Because at no point, it was one of those rare games. I think we had maybe 1 of those last year. Maybe 2. But no, because normally, watching West Ham, even if we're like 3-0 up in the 88th minute, I'm still kind of like, we might blow it. Yeah. They could fuck this up. But at no point during watching that game was I like, well, this is a win. It was a very rare, relaxed game to watch.
I didn't feel like we were gonna give up the goal. We always give up that like 1. If we're up 3-0, we would have won 3-1. But like I don't know if it was just because we were only up 2. It felt like we were about to give up 1 at some point. Then you'd see them run back with the ball, and then we had to sweat it out for 7 minutes. But we didn't have to do that, luckily. It wasn't like the greatest game by West Ham, but we did everything we needed to do. And you can't really like fault guys like that. And at the point where like, yeah, you've got guys playing better than they've been playing in years with Soucek and Bowen. And I mean, we already have James Ward-Prowse out there. You had Paqueta. He looked awesome. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I really think like Areola is really coming into his own. There's so many positives when you look at the individual players. Whereas like this time last year with West Ham, we were focused on like, fuck, are we gonna get relegated this year? Like, man, are we just focused only on Conference League? And this year it's kind of a little bit different going forward. And I mean, I think we can really contend in the league this year. I'm very concerned that we're going to lose a lot of these guys after the season, just because it seems like we're going to get poached. Like Paqueta's gone. I'm pretty sure he's like 99% out the door after the season he's having right now so far.
But we got Kudus.
We do. Kudus is such a badass dude.
He came on for what, like 15, 20 minutes, and he looked deadly. He looks just, like once he gets
Olays he does on everybody, man. He just fucking trick sticking everyone. I have no idea. Like my eyes are breaking watching him break people's ankles. Just he's so good with the ball. He's not even looking at anything, and he's got the ball behind his back, and he's got the ball behind the next defender, and it's just he's going to be a beast going forward too. And I mean, I think we have a deep squad. I would have liked to see that squad a little bit more. I'm a little bit pissed that Mubama didn't get anything at all in the FA Cup. If you decide that he is going to be a senior squad player, he needs to play on the senior squad. And when you're not playing your senior squad players in an FA Cup game against Lincoln City, then I think there's something there. Because like Danny Ings is just not it. Like Danny Ings, not a problem with the guy, but like he just shouldn't be playing in an FA Cup. What round? Our first FA Cup round of the year? Like he should not be playing
round 3,
Carabao Cup, whatever the fuck it is. Yeah, But even worse, he shouldn't be starting in a Carabao Cup game that early. That's Devin Mubama. Give him a shot. Why'd you fucking bring the kid up?
He's
just not got any opportunities.
And he's not a striker that plays well as a lone striker. And that's how we play. So I don't know why we've got him. Like I say, no offense to him. He's a great guy, I'm sure. But why did we get a striker that needs a partner when we haven't played two up front ever? Or at least for
he looks so old too.
Several years.
So old.
Well, once his new hair comes in, I'm sure he'll look glorious. But
he just looks old.
He does look. He just looks terrible.
And you're like, what are you like? He's going up against like 16-year-olds on the other team. It's like, what are you doing? Put Mubama in. Let him get some shine.
Do you reckon he shows up at training like what was that from 30 Rock? Was it 30 Rock? Steve Buscemi turns up with his baseball cap and his skateboard. How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah. Yeah, probably. I would imagine that he like skateboards in. But I don't know. I really like. I'm West Ham of all my teams. Like the Yankees are garbage. Sam Houston football is garbage. The Giants are bad. West Ham's really like the one bright spot I have in all of my teams, all my fandoms right now. And
you don't even have a good hockey team. Hockey season's back.
Red Wings are coming back. Red Wings are coming back this year. So
there you go.
Just wait for them. Wait, don't write them off. But I don't know. I really just need West Ham to keep it up. I know we got Europa League. If we're done, is that it for Sheffield? Did you have anything to add?
No, just
it was expected. They're bottom of the league.
Bad. They are.
We had to go up, but that is like I was telling the guys I was watching the games with. That I was like, I mean, this is the difference in last year's West Ham team and this year's West Ham team. If you
we would have drawn or lost that game last year.
Oh, that was absolutely it's a 1-1 game. We fuck it up at some point. We would have fucked up against Brighton earlier. But like we beating the teams that are not I get it. West Ham's probably not going to win the Premier League. Don't rule it out yet. Don't rule it out. Still possible. Still definitely possible. We could still get on a heater. But like losses to Liverpool and Man City, it's like, okay, you can't really be super mad about those.
No,
at the end of the year,
it's not like we looked terrible in those games either.
We actually, we looked better than them for a half of each of those games, I would say. But when you look back at the end of the season, every year we look back and we're like, God damn it, we drew against Norwich. We drew against fucking Norwich. We would have been, what was the year we got Europa League the first year? We could have been Champions League had we had two other games go the way that we wanted them to go.
Oh yeah, because we just shit the bed in the last 2 or 3 games.
Right, but I'm saying
that
West Ham we've known. This is not the West Ham we've known. This is a new West Ham. Not shitting on Declan Rice, but fuck Declan Rice for leaving. But like also like thank you for letting us get the new guys with that money. Like not having to rely around that guy and having a more whole squad has been so beneficial to this team where we are able to get those things done. And when you go back to it, losing to Liverpool, obviously I think we could beat Liverpool when we come back and play them again the next time at home. I feel like we've never beat them at Anfield anyways. City, I don't know,
like 17 years or some shit since we've beat them.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Anfield. But like so like I mean you don't expect to win those. Probably though. I mean I feel like the entire time I've watched West Ham, we lose at Anfield. But yeah, you got to beat those teams. You got to beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, and that's the easiest thing in the world to say. But West Ham has proven that it's not as easy as it is to say to do. And as this far in the season, they've lost to the first place team and now the 4th place team in the league. So that's okay. I'm cool with that. And I think they got a lot ahead of them.
Speaking of Liverpool, did you watch the game against Tottenham?
Dude, we were with
did you see the VAR shit? What the fuck? What a shit show that was. Did you hear the because they released the audio from the VAR room? Oh, it's hilarious. Because apparently, so what happened was, so Liverpool score a goal. The on-field decision was to call it offside, so they go to VAR obviously to check it because it's a goal scoring similar to football. If they score a touchdown, we automatically check it just to make sure it's all good. But and then somehow the person who was doing the VAR thought that the referee on the field had given the goal. So he's doing the VAR thing. He's looking at it. He goes, "Oh, you look at he's miles on that. That's fine. Yep, he's fine. VAR check. Good to go." And so the referee's like, "Oh, he's offside. Cool." And then they carry on, and then you can hear literally all his voices like screaming. Wait, what the hell? What? Wait, he was he on field? Did you say offside? Offside. He's like, "Wait, we need to stop the game. Stop the game." And he's like, "Well, we can't do it." But. Wait, are you happy with this? It was a goal. And just like the voices everywhere, just screaming. Like, what the fuck? What have we done? It was a shit show, absolute shit show. But
if that happened to West Ham, they're just like, eh.
Oh yeah.
Oh well. Whatever. Like that was my favorite part about like I was sad that it was like Tottenham that benefited from it, but when you saw the Liverpool fans crying and everybody else is like, "Oh no, the VAR, the big bad VAR monster, finally wasn't on your side. Oh no, you didn't get 97 extra stoppage time minutes because you were losing a game to a lowly little club. Oh no, everything's not a penalty for you. Oh goodness, poor Liverpool. You've really gone through it." No, I didn't really feel that bad. It was also funny. Like the guy at the bar that I was at was like cheering like they won the fucking cup and they beat a 9-man squad on an own goal.
Yeah, they barely beat a 9-player team. It's pathetic.
They gave up the goal with 10. They gave up the goal with 10. I was about to say they almost get
but it was they got and then the own goal happened when it was 9.
Yeah.
So it was 1-1. But because I was hoping for it. I was annoyed when they scored, not because it's Tottenham necessarily, but because hey, as of right now, we're still in around there. A draw would have been perfect for us to keep both teams close. I didn't want one of them to win.
So one of the guys that was there was wearing a Tottenham shirt, and he was like, "Oh, you're not rooting for Tottenham?" I was like, "I'm rooting for everybody but you."
Was you wearing a West Ham shirt?
I was. I got the
and he seriously asked you, "Oh, you're not cheering on Tottenham?"
Maybe he doesn't even see us as a rival, dude. Kind of offensive, if you ask me.
Or maybe he doesn't know because he's in a moron. Either way, he deserves to be barred from that place. But yeah, same. Yeah, if the same thing happens against West Ham, it's like, wait, I thought. Oh, anyway, have you got any 8s?
Oh, I would have lost my mind. Yeah, absolutely. But it's because like we've had literally very similar shit happen. Maybe not to that extent, but we've been fucked by VAR multiple times that I can remember. 3 times in my head against Liverpool. One in an FA Cup 2 years ago. There was a draw we had at 1-1 at Anfield, and they gave us a fucking bullshit penalty that was not a penalty that they then beat us 2-1. And I'm trying to remember if it was Liverpool and Man United, but I definitely remember another time where we got fucked.
Yeah. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, but there was one game where I think we were winning against Manchester United.
That might have,
and then they scored when the ball clearly went out of play,
out of bounds,
then swung back in.
Yes, it was 2 years ago.
And then they ended up winning 3-1. It's like,
and then we beat them. Then we beat them in the FA Cup the following week because we had to play them back-to-back weeks. And then the following time we played them was the Noble miss when he came in to
memories
penalty that would have,
But yeah, we're looking good. We're in 7th place right now.
7th.
Looking good.
I mean, things are going according to plan. Things are going according to plan. You can't be upset with the start of this. We have a deep squad. I saw Newcastle's a little bit banged up. We got them on Sunday. And then
Newcastle on
Newcastle.
Sunday. Yeah, and they're below us when everyone thought,
barely. They're a good team though. They're a good team.
They are a good team.
One we need to get the win.
But they are very hit and miss because they've lost 3 games. Who they lost to?
I don't know. Recently though, but they have some injuries.
They beat Man City, but that was the Carabao Cup. They lost to Brighton, Liverpool, and Man City. Okay, so they're in a similar. So we also lost to Man City. We also lost to Liverpool, but we managed to beat Brighton. They lost to Brighton. So that works out in our favor. And then also we've got
guys, so we might get them shorthanded, which would help us.
I'm not gonna be mad about it. But then also we've got the big game Thursday against SC Freiburg.
So from what I did some research on that over this weekend. Because especially with like Europa League, where I'm like, I don't know this team. They're pretty good in the German league. Like they're not Dortmund.
I mean, aren't they 10th or something?
But like there's like, it's just like Premier League soccer where it's like you would probably say Bayern second tier would be Bayern's like their own tier, then it's like Dortmund, Red Bull, maybe one other that I can't think of, and then it's like everybody else after that. And I think Freiburg's like that third tier, so like a West Ham-ish tier. But they are not a joke. Like I would imagine we're gonna probably have to play some more guys than we did in that initial game. I would think maybe we step up the lineup a little bit. But Freiburg is a pretty good squad. We're also not going to get to have away fans at this one, and that is like who do we lose? Eintracht Frankfurt, where it's just kind of like you feel like you're at like a terrorist compound, and there's just like bombs going off everywhere, and fire, and shit's burning, and smoke is everywhere, and you're like, what is happening? And then there's just soccer chants going on. We're just gonna get a lot of that without any West Ham back and forth.
That will be, hopefully. But yeah, because the key thing is we need to put out a strong team. I think strongish team, because as we said earlier on,
team, I think this is the must win, the road game at the toughest team in your group. I think we're the toughest team in the group on paper, but I would say that the toughest team other than us, it's them, and you got to beat them that first game, I think, because then the second time around they're like, well, fuck, they already beat us.
Well,
you got to get in there.
Argue,
they know that we already got them.
I would argue Olympiacos is probably tougher than them.
Look at the stats, though.
I don't want to.
Yeah, I know you don't.
You're not my real dad. Stop telling me what to do.
Freiburg just so like they've lost to Dortmund.
Although Freiburg did beat Olympiacos in the first round.
They did beat Olympiacos.
So I guess. But yeah, this is as we said earlier. The big key thing here is we need.
The Bundesliga is better than the Greek league. That's just pretty much also my line of thinking.
That is a scientific fact. But we need to win the first 4 games.
Spain, then Germany.
So then in that way, we can chill the fuck out for the last 2 games, because those games are going to be happening in like November, December, when the Premier League schedule starts getting a little bit funky. So we need to not worry about the Europa League. So win the first 4 games, then we can calm the fuck down.
I agree. And we're on is it 18 game unbeaten streak in European football?
I don't know the number, but yeah, we haven't lost since
it's been a minute.
Was it the Europa League semi-final, or did we lose?
Eintracht Frankfurt, we definitely. Well, yeah, because if we didn't lose, we drew,
and then we didn't lose.
We drew in the group stage, and we did not lose in any.
That's right, because I'm pretty sure they said we are the only team to go an entire European competition undefeated. Might be only in the Conference League with a 2-year history, but
doesn't
whatever.
count.
Still,
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Still a stat. Still a stat. Still a stat.
It's fact. So yeah, hopefully we win. And so yeah, I think we could do well. We should win that, and then because it looks like the Europa League could be interesting, because you have to imagine Liverpool are going to go through their group. We're obviously going to go through. Brighton, who knows?
They struggled,
but Man United are shit in the bed in Champions League, so there's a good chance they'll be coming down to our Europa
and just
League
Champions
party.
League they're shitting the bed.
Oh, for now.
Oh wait! No! All over the league, they're shitting the bed, huh?
Hey!
They're crushing it in the
Give them credit. No. Give them credit. They are a top 10 team in the Premier League. They are top half.
There you go.
Because then this between them and Chelsea finding out for that final top 10 spot. If they get relegated, that'd be hilarious. But
what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. But yeah, I'm predicting a win against Freiburg. That's going to happen, I'm sure.
Just sweep
and
the week
then
with wins. Win
Newcastle.
Thursday, beat Newcastle. Like, I'll feel a lot better before the Giants just go get shit pumped by the Dolphins. So, and you can
It's gonna
text me
be
back, but remember West Ham has 2 wins in last week, so there's something.
Are we gonna have to record one of those preemptive? Hey,
No,
Alex.
not yet. Not yet.
Remember when
he
West
has to
Ham
do
won
something
2
cool.
games?
He had that one-handed catch that one time. That was cool.
Yeah.
But like West Ham very realistically could score more points than the Giants if they score like 4 goals in the 2 games before the Giants next game. They could outscore the Giants this week, and they don't score 6-point goals. So that's something sad. That's a sad fact.
Well, let's have a look, man.
I mean, they score 4 goals. They've outscored the Giants.
Well, in West Ham, in their last 2 home games combined, West Ham have scored 3 goals.
So
and in the last 2 home games for the Giants, they've put up 3 points. So that's a hell of a stat.
Yeah. It's a really sad stat.
Just give me a touchdown. I haven't watched a touchdown live this season.
Jesus, dude. It's like the amount of, and you got to retweet. Did you retweet it from our account?
Which one?
Waffle, because I watched it like right as it had happened when you posted it last night. When you posted your live reaction to the pick 6, you're just like, oh god damn it! Like you got to retweet.
I think I might have put it stronger than. God damn it!
Well, just like I was feeling that exact same way when you did that, and I was like, yeah, that's it. But like, if you were watching live on the Manning cast, like Eli was like, all right, so all you gotta do is right here. He's got to go in there, and they're like the Seahawks. 7 out of 7 times their opponents has been in the red zone this year. They have scored touchdowns, and I was like, fucking duh. Let's go. All we gotta do is just not be the one team that doesn't score a touchdown. And the next play, we threw a pick 6, and it came all the way back. And it was like the high of like, all right, turning a corner. We got a 1-score game here. Just get fuck, and just watching everything go. There were like 4 or 5 times that you thought the game was over, and then there were 4 or 5 more times where you're like, all right, if just this one thing goes right, we could do it. And none of it ever went our way. None of it.
It was fun.
Like we had a fucking backup quarterback come in with like no prep and just fucking carve us up real quick before the end of the half. That was just like more salt on the wound. You did the tush push and you didn't fucking get it. And you injured 2 of your players on it. Like you literally had to push your guy forward 1 yard. People are trying to ban that play because they're saying it's too easy. We showed that it's not too easy.
And then we injured 2 players doing it.
Yeah. Oh, not only are we not going to get it, we're going to have 2 of our best guys go down too. So, haha, joke's on us.
Anything you can do, we can do worse.
Worse. Way worse.
Anything you can do, we'll do it shitter than you. Boom.
The NFL right now. It's so stupid. Fuck football.
The non-fun league. Take that.
Yeah, not fun for me, at least.
All we're worried about is the USXFL.
No, we're fucking out on that.
I'm hoping
Out on that.
I'm hoping the New Jersey team survives the merger.
You'd have our Houston team. Just have them.
If they keep both Houston teams and get rid of the New Jersey team, I will be upset though.
I'd hope they have the Gamblers over the Roughnecks, but yeah.
Why? No.
I'm out of the Roughnecks, dude. You don't kick your part owner out of the stadium. And expect me not to come back at you, you know?
But why gamblers? Like who? No offense.
Because that was a USFL team.
Yeah, but when I think of Houston, I don't think of gambling. I think of Vegas.
You can't legally gamble here. I don't know.
Then it's dumb. Why are they called the Gamblers?
They're outlaws. They don't follow rules, dude.
Then call them the Houston Outlaws.
That would make too much sense. You have to think about it, Mike. You have to have you got to have the conversation.
It'd be like going to calling the Alabama team the Alabama pot smokers. So, but it's illegal there. Yeah, but still.
Still,
Yeah. That'd be fun. The uniform for the pot
Pittsburgh is
smokers
a
would be
stealing, and I'm pretty
good.
sure like theft is illegal in Pittsburgh.
So who's Mike going for in the base MLB playoffs? No one. It's done not watching
Nobody.
it. It's dead.
I hope
It's
everybody
dead.
has a miserable time, specifically the Texas Rangers.
Yep. I hope no one has fun.
If I don't get to have fun, no one gets to have fun.
Stupid.
No
stupid
one.
Sport. It's like cricket.
Baseball
but
sucks.
Worse.
Baseball sucks. Football sucks. Everything that my teams are bad at sucks. Soccer is the only thing I got right now.
And hockey.
And hockey, just because the season hasn't started yet.
How long have we got to go there? Because the Devils beat the
Preseason.
Islanders last night. Boom. Wait,
Wings
preseason.
beat
5-0. 5-0 in preseason.
Got a
And
wagon.
then I just noticed who the Devils are playing season opener.
Is it the Red Wings?
It's the Red Wings
Ooh, might have to.
next
might have
Thursday.
Ooh, so that is fast, dude. Shit. Hell yeah.
October 12th.
You gonna go to it? It's in Jersey.
Oh, is it?
Go to the season opener. Maybe see Frank the Tank.
Oh, it is. It is. Let's see. Let's have a look. Let's see how much tickets are.
Or like Devils tickets typically expensive.
Well, right now, I mean,
I would
it's a
imagine
season opener, I
opening night
guess,
might
but
be.
yeah. So the cheap seats are $64 each.
You can't put a price on getting to go to an opening night game, can you? Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can.
$64
Yeah, I can.
plus fees. And whatever the travel
60.
costs are, and any beverages and other costs that I have to do. They really get you there with those numbers, like when they tease you on there. I always feel like that with DoorDash, where you're like, okay, like $20, I can do that. I got out of here, not too much damage, and you hit okay, and it's like, oh, with a tip, but then also here's 12 service fees, and your $20 order is now $65. And you're like, I guess I still want it. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Look, Monday night game against the Panthers, $25.
That's the one you gotta go to. Don't tell me
That's the price.
You know, see the Panthers when they come in town.
That's what they sound like. Anyway,
That's what they sound like.
this has been fun. Do you feel a little bit better? Probably not.
Maybe, but not really.
Well, why don't we talk about happier things? Because obviously tomorrow we've got a new couple of new pods coming out tomorrow. Got Past the Gravy, new episode coming out. It's fun. What are the fine folks of the Gravy Gang got to look forward to on their new Past the Gravy?
On Past Gravy tomorrow, we are going to be talking about spooky season making its return. We also have a return of the emo of the week segment we're going to bring back.
Any questions?
Yeah. David S. Pumpkin's back for sure. Tupac, they found his murderer, allegedly, sort of. And then we're going to answer some questions, tell you guys what's not cool. And then I went down this wormhole learning about a satellite people are saying is an alien spaceship, but I don't think it is. But I watched a lot of TikTok videos of it. So we're gonna dive into that. What about Waffle Box?
Waffle Box, new episode tomorrow. Kush is reviewing Dumb Money, which apparently is about stocks, about GameStop.
Oh, that's the GameStop one, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Dumb Money. I thought it was about cryptocurrency, but what do I know? And then also a woman who got stuck down the toilet, sheep that ate 600 pounds worth of weed. What happened next? We'll talk about that. And also weird art. I go into it. There's a new art exhibition in London which features naked people, and then I go down a rabbit hole about how
Okay.
art is just dumb. It's
Yeah.
pretty fun.
No, I got you on that.
Art's stupid. So yeah, check that out at Wafflebox on the artist formerly known as Twitter.
If
At
you watch
Wafflebox
Big Brother,
Pod.
I have a
Everywhere
Tuesday
else.
episode of Pass the Gravy Bro. Sorry to cut you off there.
No
Tuesday
problem.
episode of
So
Pass the
that's-
Gravy Bro.
It's in
tonight.
2 hours time.
Yep.
Check that out at Pass the Gravy Bro. Fun stuff. Who's going to be joining you tonight?
Allison and Emma.
Does
Alex,
Pat not do it
Allison,
anymore?
and Emma.
I haven't seen him on for a
He
while.
he's not been as connected to this season.
Is it not as good?
I thought it was really good. It kind of went through a lull, but I think it could get good again.
Check that out on
Way more
Paramount
into
Plus.
Big Brother in the last couple of
CBS.
days.
Wonderful. So yeah, make sure you check those out. So as always, Wafflebox in the morning to get you warmed up, and then Pass the Gravy in the afternoon. Happy days. Make sure you follow us at CBB Pod on social medias, Alex J. Middleton, and Only Mike Fish. It's been a pleasure, as always, Alex. But don't forget,
Seahorses forever.
we'll see you next Tuesday.
Let's go to Peyton. He's going to break down that touchdown.
Can't hear shit.
Never mind.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.
Oh no! We suck again!